Hey boys, welcome back to some more Cricket 19, and we're going to continue on with the Sheffield Shield. The new season is upon us. I'm trying to remember. It's been ages since I made one of these videos. Obviously, I uploaded a video the other day or yesterday, depending when I upload this one. But that video had been sitting for a while because I was a bit not out of Cricket 19. Well, I was out of it. I just wasn't playing it like I was with Rugby League Live 4, and I was more into doing those videos. And I know I think in I don't know if in the latest video, the second latest Cricket 19 video, I talked about that it'd be coming more consistently. That was obviously a lie at the time, but the plan is to keep it fairly consistent again, because honestly I hopped back on to have a play as we come out with the 54 average. Very, very handy in Sheffield Shield. Got to be happy with it. It could be higher. We do have, it's a bit of that the 50 conversion rate to hundreds is a little bit lacking, which is unfortunate, but we're still young, we're still fresh, so plenty of chances to turn those 50s into centuries. But yeah, I hop back on, and honestly the game is still very fun to play. In previous cricket games, probably we're in trouble here, but Don Bradman 17 was probably a good example where I did like a number of career mode episodes, and then I think it came around to like rugby league seasons, so I sort of just phased out of it for a little bit. It was less consistently uploaded, and then when I went back to play it, it just didn't grab me again. Like I wasn't really feeling it as unfortunate. Oh no! Oh, we have just guided a short pitch delivery from who was this? Sandhu? Yeah, just a short pitch, wide one, straight to second slip. I think he is second, third slip. Yeah, probably like third or fourth slip, and if it's just a silly. It's not a silly shot, but if you're gonna play that one like that, you might as well go hard. Like just go over the slips, because if you go hard at it outside the off stump like that, you're gonna need to get a really faint edge for it to go through to the slips of the keeper. Any sort of bat on is gonna go up and over. So yeah, we're not in the sheds for too long. We didn't even need to have a trundle. We're back out here, and we lead by 2 runs. So we obviously didn't get too much of a chance to see how the ball was behaving off the pitch, but it seems like it's a bit of a bowler's pitch. I mean, it looks pretty flat, but it is it must be a day-night Sheffield Shield game. Surely it's very dark. So is it? This ground I don't think would really be able to have day-night matches. So I don't know. I'm a little confused. Maybe it's just rain clouds? I don't think so. The ball looks red. Maybe I'm just colorblind. But regardless, getting back to my point. Yeah, when I, in previous games, like I said, Don Bradman 17, I just didn't have that. When I went back and played, I didn't feel like it was that fun going back and playing it, because that game, it was okay. Actually, which one? I'm probably more thinking of Ashes cricket. It's very It's very confusing the way they've labeled the games. Obviously, it started with Don Bradman 14, then Don Bradman 17. I think I'm thinking of Ashes cricket, I think, because Ashes cricket came out pretty soon after Don Bradman 17, and it was basically the same game. Like, it really didn't change much. It didn't improve on too much. It was still fun, but it just didn't, it was very soon after. That was a weird one. It sort of went from Ashes cricket and then Cricket 19. So yeah, it was probably Ashes cricket, the one I'm more thinking of, where I sort of lost a little bit of interest. As that is just a beautiful shot. That is the late cut there. You could not do that in previous cricket games. It just would look, it would look so ridiculous. But we play a beauty of a cut shot there. But yeah, coming back and hopping back on some Cricket 19, it felt fun, dude. I felt the itch to get back on and record some more Cricket 19 action. And I mean, we've got so much to do. We're up to, what's this, episode 38, which we've gone through the episodes, but there's still, we haven't made any international sides. We've we haven't played in big tours, so I'm very keen to really get into it and establish our form and all that sort of good stuff, get back into it. So, bit of a shocker in the first dig. What did we get? Did we even get a run? I don't even remember. If we did, it wasn't very many. But we look pretty good here. We've got the lead now to 33. We are 4 for 99. Me and Jack Wildermuth, the men to the crease. So it's a bit of a little bit of a precarious situation. Like, obviously I'm probably on stats, I'm probably the best batter in the team. Wildermuth, he's an all-rounder. He's probably I don't know, Wildermuth, he's probably a batting all-rounder. I don't know. I actually don't know his figures in Sheffield Shield off the top of my head, but he I don't know, watching him, he probably more of a bowling all-rounder, but he's definitely handy with the bat, so we do have to be a little careful as Bell comes in here, trying to rip it through. It must be a day-night Shield match because it is very dark. The lights are on, as we're going to push for 3 there. A nice punch down the ground, scampering back for the third. Very well run. Move on to 23 today. It's 32 degrees apparently today. So they go up big for the LBW. That's a little bit ridiculous. Ideal across the board, and we've that's still the one thing that's a little weird about the game and all cricket games is when you get 3 greens, 3 ideals, and the shot doesn't, you don't play a very good shot. Like that one just jammed in like bat and pad. And I mean, I'm sort of always been I've always been on the fence about it because it's a weird one because cricket is a sport where you can play a shot well, you can time it well and all that, but if it's just a good delivery, like if the ball is that good, you can still get out to a beautiful ball. Even if you time the ball well, if they just do something, if it jags off the pitch, whatever it is, you can still get out, even if you play it well, as this one is just clubbed over that square leg rope. Very short square boundaries. Well, I think they're pretty short, but that one's gone 81 meters just with the pace. We've just rocked back and just smacked it over the leg side rope. Very nice. Pull shot still, that never wavers. I was expecting the short one again. As you can see, I just crabbed across. He gave us a big full toss outside off that we could have just blasted through the covers, but that's the problem with premeditating your shots. You gotta keep your eye on it. And then the next one, he gives us another one, and we have just crunched this as well. 84 meters. He's got 2 lengths at the moment, at the chin and at the toes. We love that short. That's one thing that we're not gonna miss out on. Well, we do get out a bit, as again he bangs it in short. This time we play a little bit safer, a little bit early on the timing as well. But the short stuff we just love it. We just love it. Rock back and easy runs to be had. As this time Meredith steamy in. He's gone around. Actually, maybe it is during the day because it is cloudy. It is very dark though, very dark indeed. But Meredith around the wicket. Don't really like this angle. It is a bit annoying for me. In real life, obviously, you wouldn't really ever get... Yeah, right-handers never really go around the wicket to a right-hand batter because it's just a bit... It just takes too many forms of dismissal out, and it's just, it's just not a good angle. But on the game, it's hard to play against, I find. As this one, we almost hit it straight down his throat. It half volleyed him, I think. I don't think it was a drop catch. As we're going to get a big top edge on that one. That was a bit of a nothing shot. That's a shot just to get yourself out, really. It wasn't short enough to play the cut shot. It was just that good length that we probably should have just left alone or got onto the front foot to be defensive, but played it off the back foot, as this one is, again, a little bit of, I don't know what's doing here. We're having a little bit of trouble picking up the ball, apparently. We're all over the shop with our footwork, but we are 48 or 45. Got to be happy. Jackson Bird, he's only bowled. This is only his 5th over. It's a good shot. The fielder is going to stop it, unfortunately. So, moving on to 49 or 46 as Sandhu continues. We're going to scamper through for the single to bring up another half century. That's going to be our 12th half century. 3 4s, 2 6s. So, you know, we've worked the ball around, a lot of singles, a few 2s, a couple of 3s. And a few boundaries thrown in. Got to be happy with it. Myself and Wildermuth putting on a very, very solid partnership, pushing this lead up. Well, now it's 98. Although we have lost Wildermuth, he has departed for, I don't know what he got, but we are 5 for 157. Lead of now 100 with that 2 into leg side. So it's good. We'd probably, I guess the way the game is gone at the moment, we'd love to push this lead to about 200, and that's not a gimme by any means. 200 is definitely chaseable, but going off previous sort of scores, we'd be fairly content with the lead of around 200. That's what we'll push for. Hopefully we can you know, transform this 50 into a big one. That's what I was talking about at the start, that we've been a little bit lacking in our conversion rates, which, you know, it is more of a stats thing, because I think a lot of our scores, we've got like 70s. We've got out in the 70s so many times. And I mean, if you get 70s every game, that's good enough. Like, obviously as a personal player, you want to get that 100, and it's fairly reminiscent of like a Labuschagne, right? He came into the Ashes, and I just want to point out, I haven't really talked about the Ashes at all, but Labuschagne, I always thought he should have been in the team, and he is an excellent batter, and he's also a good bowler. But I was very frustrated that he wasn't in the team to begin with, because his like debut couple of matches in Australia where we were struggling, he just looked really solid. As right here, oh, he's put it down. That is a bad shot, and he's put it down. But Labuschagne just looked very technically sound. He looked like a player you want to be batting on tough conditions. Like, Australia always produces these guys that are flat track scorers. David Warner is a classic example. I don't know why David Warner got fast tracked into the test team, and I don't know why he keeps his spot. He got like a 70 in that third test match, I think it was 60 or 70. But it was a terrible 70. Like, he could have been out so many times. Other than that one score, he has looked terrible. But Warner just continues to get his spot, and it's not even so much that there's that many players to come in, but, you know, someone like a Joe Burns, a lot of people have talked about. You know, Joe Burns has been unlucky to get dropped so many times when he's done pretty well at the top of the order. I mean, you look at our openers and the way they go on flat tracks in Australia. The openers do pretty well, but when it goes overseas, England especially, bit of swing, a bit of seam movement early, you have no confidence. But Labuschagne, I sort of went off on a bit of a tangent, but my main point was that Labuschagne unfortunately hasn't cracked the ton. Like, I would have loved him to have got 100. Is the first innings he went in, obviously, when Steve Smith got concussed. Obviously he was very unlucky to be out. Like, I'm not gonna talk too much about it, but that was clearly not a catch from Joe Root. Like, just ridiculous that it was given out. It clearly bounced. It was so clear. Like, I'm all for like the camera angles and stuff when they get jammed in are very sort of undecisive or indecisive, you know, however you want to say it. Like, they're a bit tricky to work out, but that was so clearly bounced. So it would have been just amazing if he got a ton in a match that we were like in big trouble because Steve Smith got ruled out. Everyone was, you know, dogging Australia after that, and even after that, people were, you know, Steve Smith out, Australia can't win, but Labuschagne is just an absolute gem, dude. So those 70s, they're just as good as 100. Let's be real. A 70 is as good as 100 because how many times? Oh, jeez, it's gonna go for 4. The fielder, what's he doing? Oh my god, what are we on, dude? I haven't even been paying attention. We're on bloody he's put it. Look at this, dude. Oh my goodness. 92. We played the pull shot, which we love. Put down, and it's gone for 4. That is just diabolical fielding. As this one is, and that's what I said before. When it's short and wide outside off, just go hard at it. And this time, almost goes for 6. So 96. Great chance to get our second ton in our career. This would be a beautiful innings too. This one is it high again. No. He put he's put it down again. Oh my god. Can you actually... You wouldn't read about it. You wouldn't dream about it. Who is the fielder out there? Oh my goodness. If it looks like I'm trying to get out. I'm trying to... Oh, 98. We're going to push hard here. 98, 99. Come back for the 2. This fielder is awful, so we're going to get it. There's the ton. There, he's happy. I mean, Jesus Christ, dude. What an innings. We should have been out twice, but what can you say? But yeah, finishing off on that point, you know, Labuschagne's 70s have been crucial. Going on to get 100 what a shot. But going on to get 100 is obviously special. Like, that's the pinnacle. But, you know, those 70s, you know, they're as good as 100. Let's be real. So let's focus on the positives here. We're 105. This one is edged. Oh, he's taking a good catch. Jeez, that is a ripping catch, honestly. Going low to his left to beauty. We hit it pretty well. We didn't hit it hard, but we went hard at it, and it flew away. Great catch in the slips there. So we honestly we got lucky to get the 105 off 93. We're down to our last couple of wickets here. Mitch Sweption, and the lead basically about 200, which I was happy with. It's not. You know, it's not amazing, but hopefully it can see us to victory as we come in here with the ball. None for 40 in the 10th over. It's not looking great. It's not looking great. Alex Dillon and Caleb Jewell are doing a good job at just diminishing our frontline attack. So we've been brought on pretty early. Well, we are the captain, but I don't make the decisions with the ball. Let the AI do it. But there's a huge wicket. Jewell just going for the big drive outside off. We threw it up there. I mean, you know, there's nothing to lose for us. We've got to go for the wickets. We threw it up outside the eye line, going for the big drive with the spin, but it's still a tough shot because we do get a good amount of spin. And a little faint edge and a great catch from Pearson behind the stump. So first wicket down, done and dusted. As that's a good shot, Alex Dillon. We'd love to pick both openers up. You know, get 2 wickets, get both in-form batters out. Who knows? A game of cricket can swing very, very quickly, and wicket has fallen, not Doolin, but it does bring Doran to the crease. So you know, they still need 109. That's a few runs. It's a few runs. That's a good shot. But we do have a pretty stacked offside field. Sort of the plan here is just throw it outside off. You know, ideally we'd love to get one to like rip back through the gate, or maybe just one to just go on with the arm, get the outside edge, and also keeping it tight. But it looks like the Tigers are going to get the victory here. We do pick up man of the match, which is probably fairly fitting. The first innings, we just capitulated badly. We didn't get any runs either, so bit of a shocker there. And then the Tigers were good enough in that second dig to get the job done, unfortunately. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the series. Make sure to like and comment, and I'll see you in the next one.